Hi Leo, welcome to your love reading for October 2017. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. This is going to be for confirmation, but first let's get 9 cards for you from this deck. And this is a love reading for the sign of Leo for October 2017. The first card that you have, Leo, is the Ace of Swords. Love reading for Leo, October 2017. The Eight of Cups. The Knight of Wands. The Four of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Leo, October 2017. The Two of Wands. Love reading for Leo, October 2017. King of Wands. Love reading for Leo, October 2017. You have the World. The Magician. And the Fool. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for October, and you have the Hangman. So the Hangman can represent kind of feeling stuck, can represent kind of being in limbo. We will see how this ties in with the rest of the reading. So let me just adjust the cards so you can see everything. If you hear there's some strange noise in the background, there's actually a thunderstorm right now. Okay, so we're going to take it one row at a time. The first card that you have is the Ace of Swords. So the aces are new beginnings, but this has to do with a new way of looking at a situation in your love life. Now it has come up with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So this kind of changes the story a little bit. For some of you, what I see here, this card represents like somebody leaving a relationship or feeling like they want to leave. And I do feel, seeing it with this card, that some of you may be changing your mind about leaving a relationship, or someone is changing their mind. It's kind of seeing the relationship in a different light, and they're choosing to not leave the relationship that you're in. I also feel, because the Knight of Wands is here, this represents very kind of assertive energy, that for some of you, it could be that there's some light shed on what's going on in a relationship. And I feel the general reading, so it's hard to say which one it is, but I feel like someone here is either changing their mind about leaving. They see the truth of what's going on in your love life and their relationship, and they're wanting to move forward. This is being really self-confident in the relationship. But at the same time, it could go the other way, that somebody has finally seen the light in a relationship and realizing that they're not happy, that they need to move on. And I see this energy here as finally moving on and knowing what you want in a partner and going in that direction. So it's going to be different for everyone, but this is definitely the energy of moving on, of being unhappy, and someone either changing their mind about the situation, or for some of you kind of realizing that I'm happy and I need to move on. Okay, so the second row has the Four of Swords, the Two of Wands, the King of Wands. So this is your energy as a fire sign. Now your energy has come up, kind of interesting what it has come up with, considering what was at the bottom of the deck. Your energy is with the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands. Both of these cards represent things not happening. The card at the bottom of the deck that I showed you was the Hangman. This is the energy of being stuck, not being able to move forward. So I feel here with your energy that some of you may feel, especially with what's going on up here, some of you may feel like you need to back off a relationship for whatever reason. It could be that you don't know if you love that person, you don't know if you want to be with them. For some of you, there can even be another person, because the twos do represent choices. But I feel like, here, you may not know what you want. You may not have that clarity, although I see it here. And for some of you, like I said, you may have that moment where you know what you want, and it may not be the person that you're with. It may not be with that person. You may feel that you're unhappy. You may choose to move on, to move in a different direction. So I feel here that, someone is kind of, there's a stuck energy around you. like things not happening. I feel like you really have to know what you want in a relationship if you're single, but if you're already coupled, you have to really kind of clear your head and really know what's going on in your relationship, know the truth, know how you really feel, really kind of know in your mind if you want to stay with that person for whatever reason, whatever's going on. I feel like you need clarity and truth, and for some of you, you may need some space to figure things out. That's what I see in this row. Now down here at the bottom, you have the World. It's interesting, they're all major arcana. You have the World, the Magician, the Fool. All major arcana. So there's a lot of significant energy around you that you can't ignore, even if you wanted to. So the World is, kind of telling you that it's, for some of you, it's time to move on. And you already had that message here with the Knight of Wands. This is moving on. You're very determined to move forward, whether it's moving forward in a relationship or moving away from someone. It's time for a new era in your love life, a new cycle, a new chapter, maybe even a new partner. For some of you, there can be a new relationship. You have the Fool. Maybe for those who are single, there could be a new person that comes in where you might have, some concerns. You may feel like this person is not for you. They may be younger, they may be older, they may be different. It's time for, new beginnings with the World. This is a card of endings, but it's also a card of new beginnings. So I see a new opportunity here with the Fool. But with this card, usually you're not sure, you're insecure, you're not sure if you should say yes or no. You have the Magician telling you that you have the answer to this. You know what to do. For some of you, it could be new people, but for those who are already coupled, this means taking a chance on someone. That's what I'm getting. This means that for some of you, you may be thinking, with the Eight of Cups, that you're not happy and you may want to move on. And you may have, I see that here too, that you may have concerns about staying with someone. But here, the Magician is telling you that you have to make up your mind. You're going to make the decision whether you want to stay in this relationship or not. The Fool is just, I also feel like for some of you, this may be someone from the past. Because the Fool, there are concerns, like you're afraid to take a chance. And for some of you, you could be afraid because someone broke your heart or someone lied to you or cheated on you. It could be that there was an ending, but with this card, it comes back around and it's a new beginning as well. You get to decide whether you want this person back or not. And for some of you, you could be very undecided what to do. Remember, the main energy being the Hangman. You could be very undecided and be stuck and think like, well, I do want them back, but then you remember everything that they did. Or some of you could be torn. Okay, what other messages are there for the sign of Leo for October 2017? You have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Cups. Love reading for Leo, October 2017. The Page of Pentacles. Okay, so let's take a look at these three cards, see what they mean for you. For some of you, I feel like you have to be careful. You have to be careful. I feel like something could present itself to you in the month of October that you are like on cloud nine with the Nine of Cups. This is kind of like your fondest wish coming true, whether it's someone proposing to you, an ex-lover coming back that you always wanted to be reunited with. I feel like something is happening that you're like, it's like your dream come true. But these two cards on either side of it are kind of questionable energy. This one is telling you to be careful when making decisions. And, and I see that in the spread as well. With the Five of Swords, sometimes you can make a decision that you wish, when you look back, you wish I had not done that. I wish I could take that back. I wish I hadn't said yes. And this energy here is telling you to look at whatever's offered to you here. Look at it very carefully to see if it is what it is. And for some of you, it can be. Remember, this is a general reading. But this is telling you to look at your situation with your partner, whether it's someone new, your current partner, or an ex. Look at it very carefully because you need to make the right decision for you. Okay, so also for those who are single, I mean, someone can pop up on you that is like your dream partner, your dream come true, the Nine of Cups. But you want to learn more about them. Get to know them before you fall head over heels in love with them, before you give them, everything. Because with the Five of Swords, there could be something that you don't know and you'll wish that, you had taken things a little bit slower. Okay, so let's move on to the next deck to see what it wants to tell you. What other messages are there for the sign of Leo for October 2017? You have the Two of Swords. Love reading for Leo. You have the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles. And the card at the bottom of this deck is the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is telling you that it's, you know, that you're moving on, which is kind of significant with this card in the same reading. That you're moving on from a situation where you had been very unhappy. So for some of you, you may be moving away from a relationship, a person that made you miserable. Or you could be moving on from a situation with your current partner that has been making you miserable. Like you've not been connecting, you've not been communicating. The Six of Swords is telling you that you're going to be leaving your problems behind you and moving on to, you know, a much better cycle. Remember, with the World, that is the same message. You know, a cycle in your life that's just coming to an end. You're moving on to something much better. So the Six of Swords is very positive. And you have 3 cards here. Now you have the Two of Swords. And like I said, you already had another 2 here. Now there's 2 of them. The 2s do represent choices. So for some of you, there is a choice. It could be between 2 people, maybe for those who are single, or even for those who are already coupled. It could be that you have to decide, choose between 2 partners. Perhaps that's why someone is unhappy. And you know, there is an opportunity here. The choice, whatever it is, you know, that you're making is, once you make it, I see a lot of positive energy here. There is a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. This is, you know, a lot of happiness, a lot of blessings. And you also have the Ten of Pentacles. This card represents marriage and a stable relationship. But I feel like it's not that easy. I feel like there's a choice you have to make, something that's really difficult. So it could be that you have to choose between 2 partners, and it's really difficult because you love both. Or you might have to choose to move away from a relationship that is just not fulfilling. It's not bringing you happiness. But again, it's very difficult. With this card here, it's very difficult to move on. But I feel like for those of you where you do choose to walk away from a partner, whether there's someone already there or there's no one, and you're just kind of, you're going on your intuition and kind of knowing that you need to move on, there will be someone else, someone that, you know, is marriage material. With the Ten of Pentacles, this card represents marriage and children. So for those that choose to be single or choose to explore other options, there will be other opportunities with the Ace of Pentacles. There will be something else that will make you, there will be another opportunity, another relationship that will make you very happy. Just sort of looking at these cards, I think I may have put them in the wrong order here. Just kind of looking at these cards, there is a strong theme of someone feeling stuck with the Four of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Hangman. Let's just look at them. All of these cards represent something going on in your love life where you may feel stuck. And for some of you, you might feel stuck because there's a decision that you're making, or maybe someone is in the middle of making that decision for you, like you're waiting to see if someone chooses you. There's just an energy here of things coming to a screeching halt. I feel like somebody needs to make up their mind. Somebody needs to figure out what they want, whether that's you or your partner. Now, what I also see in this reading is that there's something going on here, you know, with the Eight of Cups, where someone is feeling not so happy in a relationship. And it could be that you're just not in love with your partner anymore, but not for everyone. It just be you're unhappy with how the relationship is proceeding. You might be unhappy that they're not committing. You might be unhappy that they're not showing their love. Something's going on with this card. This is just feeling like I should just leave. I should just look for another opportunity. But, you know, I feel like for some of you, like the truth is being revealed with the Ace of Swords. The truth is being revealed. It's either the truth that it's time for you to move on, or like I said, for some of you, it could turn out that there has been a real huge delay in your love life because somebody doesn't know if they love you or if they want you. With the Ace of Swords here, this could be that they change their mind. So somebody could have, like I said, decided to leave your relationship. And, you know, they have a moment of clarity. Like, what was I thinking? You know, I finally know how I feel about you. For some of you, that is the case because you have the Six of Swords. Where, you know, you're finally seeing movement in a positive direction. Where somebody may have had you, been leading you on. Telling you that, you know, I'm not sure that I can commit. I'm not sure how I feel about you. Give me some time. Give me some space. I see that in this reading. Somebody may have needed time to really look at your relationship to see if it's what they really want. But I feel like if that is what has been happening with you, I feel like this is the month where you finally see something happen. You see something change. But you know, there's different scenarios here. Like I said, with this energy here, this is your wish, your fondest wish coming true. What you most want to see in your love life, it's here. But there is, you know, like I said, a word of caution. It doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't mean that, you know, that you should move away from your partner, or that new people that come into your life, they're not the right person. But it does mean when you're making decisions, think carefully, study the situation before saying yes. Because I feel like something happened here where you are just like cloud nine. This could be a marriage proposal, moving in together, what you most wanted. This could be the person that you were most attracted to finally being interested in you. Take the time to study the situation, to look at it really carefully. To know how you feel about the person is one thing that I'm getting really, really strongly. Otherwise, you know, there could be another opportunity that you could miss out on with the Five of Swords. This card can mean an unwise decision, a choice that you wish you could take back. But I feel like this is a month where like something definitely changes for you. But remember, you have to be empowered. You have the Magician. You have to know that in order to get unstuck, you have to know what you want. You have to know how you feel about your partner, or you have to know what you want in a relationship. This is a month where you can really take your power back. Don't be afraid of new energy, whether it's new people, or even for some of you, like I said, it could be someone from the past. You are being asked to be cautious around. I kind of feel like if it's someone from the past where you've really been wanting that person back, just take the time to know all the details. And this could be the details of what happened while you were apart, or why you broke up to begin with. It's just kind of like if something presents itself to you in October that is like a dream come true, no matter what it is, look at it very carefully before jumping in. Because I feel like some of you might be really excited about something that pops up for you, especially with the stuck energy that I see in this reading. You know, with the Hangman and the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands, something finally pops up, and some of you could be really excited. But I feel like you really need to take your time in making a decision. And for some of you, like I said, it could be marriage, moving in, it could be a new relationship, or even taking somebody back from the past. Just think about it very carefully. Okay, Leo, this has been your love reading for October 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.